So here we are, Wargames Holiday Centre, Saturday afternoon, lunchtime, for the Battle of Aspern, Essling. Some boxes on the back there still from the chaps taking the troops out earlier. So the Austrians have been reinforced, arriving throughout Friday afternoon, yesterday and this morning, beginning to get engaged. So we've got a special command control scenario for the Austrians, where each divisional commander has a number of points which is random, and with those points he conducts offensive activity, charging, advancing toward the enemy, etc. Some of the tiles or the blinds are still on the table because the Marshfeld is quite flat. So other formations of troops will block line of sight. So hence you still got some red tiles on here for the Allies. And the French still have some of theirs. We're on turn 15, which is toward the end of the first day of Aspern Essling. Austrians have attacked here toward the granary, exchanging fire, etc. You can see the formations of Austrians with some Landwehr units approaching the village. And there's our granary. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the company that makes this. It comes in a kit for MDF, flat pack as it were, but it is already painted. So I didn't have to paint anything here, apart from the roof. I bought the tiling effect separately. There are lots of activity. French reinforcements arriving from Labao Island as they roll for the reserve to arrive, because that's again on a random dice roll. The Austrians try to intercept it, and that's represented by mills floating down the river, etc., knocking the bridges down. Unfortunately for the Austrians, they've not been very successful in this particular game. We've had games where it's worked very well, and the French have really struggled, but they've got most of their reserves are on now. Lands Corps and the Guard will arrive overnight, as does the Austrian reserve, but that's still a little way off. They've pushed the Austrians out of the church. At Aspern. Sorry about the wobbly camera there, I was reading something. The fighting was short but sweet, so the French actually pulled out of the church to avoid being shot at, and then came in for a turn or two to put some punishment to the Austrians before they got into the melee. Those plucky French chaps actually got cut down in the end. But the French still hold this, and with the reserves arriving, they may be able to take it back. These are the Austrians that have arrived. There's 2 divisions here, another 2 divisions over here. The second row of hedgerow actually represents the drainage ditch, which has an effect on the movement of cavalry. Skirmishers can take cover from it, but doesn't really affect the movement of infantry battalions in formation. It just affects skirmishers. Cavalry charging over it will become automatically unformed, and infantry will only become unformed if they charge over it on a 6. So it doesn't really hinder much on the battlefield, but it can afford some cover. So the lads are all at lunch at the moment. Burger and chips, I think, today. Quite good. I'll see if I can get another video in at the end of play today, before the chaps all go to the Chinese restaurant. And we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching, guys.